Alright, we're going to start today with running William Yorick through the Dunwich horror by himself. Return to the Dunwich horror. Drew my opening hand, Will Mulligan, after I read the prologue. Dr. Henry Armitage pours himself a glass of Pinot and sits down at his desk, gesturing for you to sit across from him. I apologize for the short notice, he begins, his face pale, his forehead sweaty and wrinkled with worry. Armitage, the head librarian of Miskatonic University and former mentor of yours, privately contacted you in hopes of gaining your assistance. Eager to help, you made your way to his home in Southside. Upon entering, you were surprised to find his home in disarray. Books and notes litter his desk, and an empty bottle of wine was tipped over onto the ground by the fireplace. You'd always known Armitage to be neat and well-organized. The elderly man takes a moment to collect his thoughts. I'm looking for two of my colleagues, Dr. Francis Morgan, Professor of Archaeology, and Warren Rice, Professor of Languages. Warren was supposed to meet up with me over supper earlier today and to discuss several important findings, but he has since gone missing. At first I thought nothing of it, but I have a nagging feeling something else is going on, a very familiar feeling. You've never seen Armitage quite this worried before. His hands tremble as he reaches for the glass on his desk, and he sips from it nervously. I tried to find Francis, hoping he knew where Warren was, but he too is out of touch. Francis has been spending a lot of time in the gambling den, or so I'm told. I sent for you because I'm worried Warren might be in trouble. I would appreciate it greatly if you could find him for me. You may also wish to ask Dr. Francis for help if you can reach him. And I chose to go with trying to save Dr. Francis first because he is more useful to Yorick than the other one, Dr. Warren. So we go to 1B, the house always wins. Dr. Armitage suggested you track down his associate, Dr. Francis Morgan. He's not sure whether Dr. Morgan is in trouble, but he's not particularly happy with his colleague's present choice of company. He's in the Clover Club, a notorious gambling joint somewhere downtown. Finding the club's exact location isn't easy. You have to grease a few palms just to learn which of the downtown restaurants operates as the club's front. The restaurant La Bella Luna is a somewhat upscale Italian eatery by the theater. You change into your Sunday best and make your way there. In front of La Bella Luna stands a man in pinstripe suit who sizes you up as you approach. Enjoy yourselves, he says with a snake-like grin as he holds open the restaurant's front door. We start out in La Bella Luna. Agenda 1, you've entered the Clover Club Casino in search of Dr. Morgan. The club is bustling at this late hour, filled with patrons looking to relax and drink or make it big. You don't appear to be in much danger. Each criminal enemy gains aloof. Forced if an investigator deals damage to a criminal enemy, immediately advance. You need to find Dr. Morgan. The club is packed. Perhaps somebody knows where he is. When you reveal a chaos token, you may treat that token as if it were any other token in the chaos bag. If you do, remember that you have cheated. Group limit once per round. Objective, when the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, they must immediately spend them to advance. The Bella Luna is a multi-purpose establishment. 2 shroud, 1 clue. The music is cliche, and they only serve spaghetti. As far as covers for underground speakeasies go, it's not particularly creative. And it said I was wearing my Sunday best, but I really don't think that I am. Or that my best isn't very good. So these are the cards I drew for my opening hand. I think we're going to keep the cherished keepsake and the key ring. But the rest of it, we're going to try and get a weapon and maybe an ally. So we'll draw 3 new ones. Draw. Well, an extra keepsake's not great, but we'll take it. So, shuffle our deck. Okay, I think we put down the key ring for 1. I think I want to try and investigate here. It's a 2. We use the key ring. It gets -2 shrouds, so I can't actually fail. Draw a token. We're good, so we lose a keyring for that, but we gain 1 clue. And with our last action, we will move into the club proper. To Shroud, while it's Act 1, Clover Club Lounge gains. Discard an ally asset from your hand. Gain 2 clues from the token pool. Limit once per turn. Sorry, Gret, you're gonna go. He's looking for the highest book. He's a hunter, but he's also aloof right now. After investigates at the Clover Club boss's location, gains any number of clues. Clover Club boss readies and engages that investigator and makes an immediate attack. Well, that sucks. Okay. Enemy phase, he's not gonna move because we're next to him. So we will gain a resource and draw a card. Ooh, a backpack. That'll be helpful. Okay. Mythos phase. Doom ticks up. And we get a bad card. Surge. Each player who has had a drink loses an action. I have not had a drink. Haven't had time to. But he's currently aloof, right? So he won't actually engage with me. He's just hanging out here. Right? Yeah. That seems right. Okay, well, it would be really great if we could get the boss to move somewhere so we could come back to the lounge. Let's play the backpack first. Because we don't need the leather coat just yet. After end is played, search the top 6 cards of your deck for up to 3 non-weakness items, supplies. Okay. Search. Well, we want the gun. I can get 3 of them. 1. Another backpack if I wanted it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We already got the gun, so I'm gonna hold off on the backpack, I think. Although it is gonna shuffle. What am I missing? The machete, really? No, we've got the gun. I think we'll leave it the way it is. And then we'll actually just play the gun. As our second action. Third action, we'll move to the bar to see if we can get the boss to follow us. 3 Shroud, no clues. While it's Act 1, it gains, spend 2 resources, gain 2 clues from the token pool, and write down that you have had a drink. I don't want to do that. So the enemy phase, he'll come over here to stare me down. He thinks I'm shifty, probably because, you know, I'm a gravedigger. Mythos phase. Doom ticks. Resources and cards first. My bad. But the Doom does tick up either way, so we won't go back to that. Encounter card. Reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. If you reveal the star symbol or a positive number, nothing happens. If you reveal any other number, take a damage. If you reveal a bad symbol, take 2 horror. Okay. We took a bad symbol. So we take 2 horror. We don't really like that. Our cherished keepsake's not out. That makes it getting it out a priority now. Okay, so we've got our gun, we've got our key ring, we've got the guy where we want him. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to run back to the lounge before he can catch us, and we're going to discard Gret to get 2 clues using this action. So that's 1 action, 2 action. So we get 2 clues from the token pool. Do we have to write anything in the journal for that? I don't remember. Nope. Okay. And then, so we are at 3 of 4. We need to get 1 more. I think we'll just stay ahead of the... Oh no, he'll just come right to us either way. Let's stay here and put down a cherished keepsake then. Okay, that'll be the end of our turn. We'll gain a resource. We'll draw a card. The tomb ticks up. And we get our bad card. Revelation, you must choose one. Remember that you've cheated, lose 5 resources, or raise the stakes into play in your threat area. It gains. Each criminal enemy at your location loses aloof. If it's Act 2 or 3, the criminal enemy engage with you. I don't want to hit him. Can I evade worth a shit? No. What's his... I'd be up by 1. I can't lose 5 resources. I don't want to cheat, though. Can I just go to 0 resources? I think I can. Because it does change the board state. We're going to go with that and put in the comments if I can. We're gonna lose all our resources. Because we're pretty set up here. We don't really need any of them. Oh, he had come to us last turn. So the first action we're going to take is we're going to move to the card room, and while it's Act 1, it gains spend 2 resources, reveal a random token, and that's how you get the clue. Dang it. We don't have the money to pay for that, so I think we should go get a drink to advance. That's going to suck later if we draw the card that says drinking is bad. Oh shit, that's also spend 2 resources. We're in a bit of a pickle here. So I guess... So that was our first action. I guess we'll take 2 actions to gain 2 resources. That sucks. He'll come to us during the enemy phase. But he won't fight us. So at the end of the turn, we gain a 3rd resource. We draw a card. How close is this to advancing? I think it has 1 higher. Nope. I am in trouble. So this advances. Which one am I thinking of that's 1 higher if you're playing solo? Your question has drawn the attention of several men, hired thugs by the look of them. Francis doesn't want to be bothered, one of them says. We suggest you leave the premises before we force you to leave. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If the players have completed extracurricular activity, advance directly to Agenda 2B. If the house always wins as the first scenario, advance to Agenda 2A. Okay, well, I have not played the other scenario yet, so we advance. So they've lost their stupid thing, so they're going to beat my face in. Most of the other patrons seem oblivious to the mobsters and goons closing in around you, but you recognize this for what it really is. You're about to get roughed up. Well, you say that, but really I'm going to pound this guy's face in. We get our bad card. Reveal a random token from the bag. Hopefully it's good. It's a number. Not a positive number. If you reveal any other, take 1 damage. We will have nothing to say about that. We will take the damage. Okay, so we start our turn fighting this jerk. He's a 3/3. Are we going to shoot this guy in the face? I think we're going to shoot this guy in the face. It'd be really nice if we could just hose him, but we can't. So, yeah, I think we start off by shooting at him. I get +1, so I'm a 5 to a 3. I'm up 2. Because if we defeat him, we can get it back, so we'll commit this. So I'm up 3. We get him. So he takes 2 damage. Takes 2 damage. Second action, we shoot him again. This time with nothing to commit, but we do have the money to pay for a lucky if we want to. It is on easy, so hopefully a 5 to a 3 is good enough. And it is. We shoot this guy, he dies. And we'll trigger our ability after you defeat an enemy. Play an asset from your discard pile, paying its cost. We'll pay for the lucky coat because we have $0. The leather coat. So that was 2 actions. Our third action, let's gamble because I don't want to have the drink if I can avoid it. So we'll spend $2 to gamble. I'm looking for a star would be nice. But if it's an even number, gain 2 clues from the token pool. If it's an odd number or a bad symbol, nothing happens. So our odds are not particularly great here, but we will try. Nothing happens. Okay. That is the end of our turn. Oh, that guy doesn't discard, does he? He's victory 1, huh? Yeah, we shot him in his face and got an experience for it. This guy doesn't have Hunter? No. Okay. So we can't go back to the lounge, but that's okay. So that was 3 actions. We gain a money, we draw a card. Take hearts, not too shabby. Is that discarded? So we put a doom on here. And we take our bad card. It's the same one. What happens if it's a -1? Take a damage. We will put that on our coat. Okay. So we've got 2 resources again, so we're going to go ahead and try to gamble. Nothing happens. Fantastic. Okay, we really need to sort out how we're going to do this. I suppose we could try to take heart here. We could just try to investigate 2 to a 3 and commit take heart to it. Yeah, that seems reasonable. So hopefully we fail here. Skull, I didn't copy this down. -2, you may spend 2 resources to treat it as a 0 instead. So we do fail, which means take heart kicks in, which is awesome. So we gain 2 resources and draw 2 cards. And that was our second action. We're gonna go ahead and try to gamble. No, let's set up for the sure thing and just go get drunk. Okay, enemy phase. He still doesn't follow us anywhere, so cards and resources. All right. Ooh, we got the machete and enough money to pay for it. That takes us to the Mythos phase. A second doom out of 3. We don't have much longer before we're in some trouble. Shh, baby, be quiet. Yeah, bad card. A bad guy. That's great. He does come here while he's engaged with you. You cannot gain resources. So, unfortunately for him, we're going to have to shoot him. Really weird that people keep gambling, but you know, I worked in a casino for a while, and they probably would. Okay, so we start off. We're just gonna put a gun to this guy's face. We've got lucky in hand, so we'll just hope that a 5 to a 4 is enough. Oops, that's not there. New token. 5 to a 4 was enough. He gets shot, and since he got shot, we can add the backpack. Oh, we can play it. I don't want to play it. We have everything we need. Okay, so he got shot. We are going to buy a drink and immediately advance. I think it gives us 2 clues, so we'll have 1 left over. Gain 2 clues from the token pool. Oh, and draw 2 cards? Wow. Okay, that's nifty. So we go up to 5 and we draw 2. That was our second action. Okay. And now we advance immediately, according to this. After speaking with a number of gamblers and servers, it seems as though Dr. Morgan has had quite the run lately. Instead of cashing out his winnings, he's convinced to double down. He's last seen entering the guarded hall near the back of the card room. Put the set-aside darkened hall into play. If this is Agenda 1, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a criminal enemy is discarded and spawn in the darkened hall. Does this say anything about that? No. Okay. So we'll throw that away. We'll search in here for the darkened hall. Wait. Puts it away and then immediately needs it back. If this is Agenda 1, it's not. Okay. Oh, so I don't have to fight anyone to get into the hall. That's going to be great. So the darkened hall is connected here. No, don't do that. Do that. Sorry, not the best at the controls just yet. So that was our second action. Do we want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? We're going to lose cards pretty much no matter what we do here. And we only have $1. That's okay. Enemy phase, no one has Hunter, so we will draw cards and gain resources. And we got a discard down. I think I'm going to lose the Cherished Keepsake because I can get it back with my power. And same thing with the backpack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. That lets us have a little more recursion, so it's not terrible. But this does tick up before I can get to Dr. Morgan, which is terrible. You hear a crash from somewhere outside and screams of pain in the lounge. A terrible monstrosity crashes through the entrance of the club, crushing the stairwell and knocking over gangsters and patrons alike. Spawn a random enemy from the set-aside Hideous Abominations encounter set from the Clover Club Lounge. Shuffle the rest of the encounter set and the set-aside Striking Fear encounter set into the original encounter deck. Move all investigators and unengaged enemies from Labella Luna to the Clover Club. Remove Labella Luna from the game. So Labella Luna is gone. We can't get out of here anymore. And we get some set-aside monsters. This is the return to, so bear with me. It may have extra... Is that a second darkened back hall doorway? Oh, okay. I'm assuming that Erratic Fear replaces Striking Fear, so we'll grab that. These must be the Hideous Abominations. Oh, we never put the stage into play. I wonder if we were supposed to. Peter Clover. Okay. So, do I also put the encounter deck in? Yeah, okay. So these, and I think the extra monster. Yeah, spawn a random monster from this. There are 3 of them. So that's our enemy. I think because it was returned to, I was supposed to be able to have the stage, which would have probably been helpful, but that's okay. Sometimes you're terrible at the game and mess up. So this is our bad guy. Conglomeration of Spheres. Lowest Brain, which is still me. Hunter, forced after you perform an attack against the spheres with a melee card, discard that card. That's going to suck. Amidst the chaos and confusion, the strange abomination attacks everyone in the club. Screams echo through the halls as blood begins to spray. At the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy in the same location as the abomination. It's gonna suck to be that mobster. Okay. And now I grab my encounter card. Well, that was an eventful couple of seconds. Revelation, place 1 doom on each criminal enemy at your location. If no doom was placed by this effect, lose 2 resources. That sucks. I Keep losing all my money. How am I gonna buy my new gun? Okay. So we still need to get to that darkened hallway before that monster comes killing us. So 1 action, 2 actions. Force when it enters play, put the 3 set aside black into hallway doors into play. That may be different because of the return to. I don't remember. I've played return to, but I don't remember the differences. So I assume I don't put all 4 into play and instead put. Oh no, there's only 3. Okay, cool. I don't know why it said 4. But there are 3. There we go. Bit of a lag spike there. There. Okay. So forced when yeah, okay. So there's nothing for me to do in that room, so I guess my last action should be to get as far away from that monster as possible and jump into one of these rooms. Hope it's the right one. Well, we found the exit. That's good. In case things get too scary. But that was our last action, unfortunately. So the enemy phase, this guy dies a sickening, crunching sounding death. And then this thing will move, right? Because it's a hunter. I think that's the order that goes in. End of the enemy phase, again a resource, I draw a card. Haven't played a card, so that might be bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we gotta discard something. If we kill an enemy, we can get a weapon back. So I'm gonna get rid of the gun for now, just because I can get it back out of the dumpster if I need to. No, that's stupid. In case there's no easy people for me to kill, I should keep this. We'll get rid of the. None of those are great options. You know, we're not gonna play her, so we'll get rid of her. All right. The doom ticks up. This is at 0. It's at 1 now. 1 out of 7. So we got a few turns to save the doctor before that monster kicks my teeth in. Encounter card. Reveal a random token. These things suck. The skull is 2 horror. We're gonna put them both on the cherished keepsake. Because I have taken enough horror so far. Okay. Do we need clues? I don't think that we did. Oh, we did. We need 2 clues to do that. So I think we should use our key ring here. Your location's -2 shroud. If you succeed, remove a key. So, ooh, maybe we don't want to do that. We're up by 1. And we have stuff we could commit here if we needed to. And a lucky in hand. We'll commit a resourceful to this. And we'll just do it with a regular investigate action. So we're up 3 to 1. Oh, we fail really badly. That sucks. Okay. Well, we still have the lucky in hand, so we'll do. Oh, we'll commit an evidence to it, and we get it. So that was our second action. We spent 4 of those, I think. Yeah. So we gain a clue. We're up to 2. Oh, but that's enough. We have to get back to the VIP section. So we will. Oh, that monster's gonna come right at us if we go there. Can we kill it? We only have 2 bullets on our gun. It's got 6 health. It only does 1/1. We could do 3. 3 is not 6, though. And I'm not using the taboo list. That's why the machete's in this deck. Our last action, I think, has to be to gain a resource so that we can get that machete down. I'm thinking. Okay. So we gain a resource, we draw a card. The enemy phase, the monster moved 1 closer to us. It's in the darkened hall, which is terrifying. Okay. I don't know why I keep forgetting to put this away. So another Doom on the agenda. And please don't be terrible. Put idle hands into your play or into play in your threat area. Fast idle hands is in your threat hand during your turn. Take 2 damage and discard idle hands. You may take an additional action this turn. At the end of your turn, take a horror. That could be super useful though. 2 damage, loses the coat, and puts us to 6. Okay, so we will first of all play the machete, losing our keyring. That's okay, because we're going to fight this monster and it's going to suck. So that was the first action. Second action will be to move into the hall. This thing comes and fights us. Third action, we use the gun. And we will commit Vicious Blow to this. So it's a 1. We're a 4, 5, 6. And we're doing 3 damage. Okay, we do 3 damage. Gun is empty now. You get +1 attack, and if it's the only guy you're fighting... Okay, so... Is it worth the 2 damage? We don't kill him here. But we take horror if we don't. It's only 1 horror. Nah, but it'll be 2 when that thing hits us. I don't have a way to do the 3rd damage that I need, though. So we would take... we just can't take the horror, though. So I think we're going to have to take this action. We lose the coat and we take a damage. We don't need the steadfast here. This +1. It's only a 1. So 1. We're a 5 to a 1. We should be okay. We are not okay. That was a shitty turn of events. Okay, the enemy phase, he punches us in the face for sucking. So no other way about that. Doom ticks up. Oh, cards and resources. So we have enough to play our gun after we kill this guy. That's good. We've got a lucky. Okay, lose 5 resources. Remember that we cheated. Put it into your threat area. It gains each criminal. Yeah, we'll put this in our threat area. That's fine. That's fine. We'll do that. Yes, yes, please. So now it's our turn. And we are gonna machete this thing, I suppose. 5 to a 1 again. Oh, I discarded my machete after I hit it. That is terrible. Okay. So now we have to basic him down 3 times. That's gonna be tough. It might be worth it to play the gun and take the hit to shoot him. So that was our first action, was to play it. Second action, to shoot him. We're a 5 to a 1, please, game. Be nice. Okay, it was nice. We did 2 damage there. And with our final action, I don't think we waste a bullet here. I think we just try to punch it, but I'm going to commit steadfast to it. So I'm +2. Okay. We kill it. It's not worth victory, which is lame. So that thing can come back to fight us later if it wants, which sucks. Because we killed it, though, we can play a card out of here. Oh, we spent all our money on the gun. But that's okay, because we were going to get the keepsake, I think. And play that for free. Because we don't want any more horror if we can help it. We also don't want any more damage, but that's not necessarily something we can help. So that was 3 actions to kill him. That was our turn. Enemy phase, there are currently none. So we gain a resource, we draw a card. What the heck? Game, please. Is that one of the camera views? Top down. Oh, no. First person. What is happening? Is it top down that I use? I don't think so. But we will try, because this is garbage. Awesome. Technical difficulties. We can play like this. This is fine. A little disorienting, but fine. Did we take up the Doom? I don't think we did. So we take up the Doom. We get our bad card. If you have no clues, need for knowledge gains their surge. Otherwise, test X, where X equals the number of clues you have to a maximum of 5. For each point you fail by, you must either take a horror or place them. Okay, that sucks. And we are a 2 book, so we're a 2 to a 2. Do we commit the keyring here? We do have the keepsake out, and we have a lucky and enough money to play it. I think we're just going to take this. -2, so we're going to play lucky to cancel that out. And we're good. We don't lose anything, and we finally are ahead of the tempo that has taken us all game to be, but that's okay. So first action, we're going to hope that this is the VIP room. It is! Yay! You cannot draw cards or gain anything, but that's okay. We're going to spend our 2 clues. Now that we're in here, to advance. If you have completed, we have not. If the players... you find Dr. Morgan gambling in one of the VIP rooms, but he appears to be playing cards with 2 unconscious bodies, his pupils dilated as though in a trance. He can't seem to stop laughing, smiling, and chatting with the other players. Put the set aside Dr. Morgan into play in the VIP area and advance to 3A, all in. And we'll look for Dr. Morgan here. How do I... That doesn't do it at all. Well, that's frustrating. We'll figure it out, though. So he's in play over here, and I think I have to read the act on how to get him. While he's not controlled by a player, he gains Parley 3 brain to shake him out of his trance. If you succeed, place a clue from the token bank on him. If there are 1 clues on him, take control of him. Okay, I believe that was our first action, was moving in, so... Yay us, go team. Our second action needs to be to get this clue, I suppose. We don't have the money to buy an old key ring, which would make this a lot easier if we did. We also don't have the money for a lucky, so I think we have to use our second action to gain a resource, and a third action to play down our key ring. And I think that has to be it for the turn, unfortunately. which gives us another chance to get crushed by a monster or something, which would suck. Cards and resources. We got a resourceful. That's going to be nifty, hopefully. Okay. We picked up the Doom already. We get an encounter card. It has Surge. Each player who has cheated must lose 2 resources and take a damage. We have not. Please discard. Tabletop Simulator is being a jerk to me. There we go. Rats! Okay, we'll take rats. That's fine. I suppose the first thing we do is hit rats with a shovel. We are terrible at hitting rats with a shovel. Awesome. Awesome. We try again. And that does -3 if you succeed. If you succeed, gain 3 resources, though. So -3, we are still a 1. We win ties. We gain 3 resources out of that. That was actually incredibly awesome. And rats are not a criminal enemy, so game, please. God damn it. Okay, so that was 2 of our 3 actions. With our third, we will use the key ring. We are a 2 to a 1. So ideally, with the lucky, we got this. Yep, we have to use the lucky, but that's okay. We succeed, and we get the clue that we needed. And now we can put that on the doctor, but I think that takes an action, so let me double check that that does take an action. Yeah, okay, so that was our third action because of the stupid rats and the crit fail token. So enemy phase, there currently are none, so that's good for us. We draw a card. We've really got to hurry up. This is pretty much our last turn in here, unless we get an Ancient Evils right now. Surge. Each player who has had a drink loses an action. Awesome. We've lost an action. Should make note of that. Baby, please, don't bark at cars. Flip that. Okay, we've lost an action, and it gains Surge, so... Sorry, there's noises outside, and the baby is scared. As Chihuahuas are of literally everything. Hey, 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 hey. Don't bark. Hey, settle down. Good boy. This card won't discard because the game freaking hates me. There it goes. And place 1 Doom on each criminal enemy. If no Doom was placed, lose 2 resources. We can afford that at the moment, so we will. Okay. So we've lost an action, but that's not... wait, does that make this literally impossible to win? I think that does make this literally impossible. Oh, and we drew our bad guy. That sucks. When did that happen? Multiplayer only. Why is that? What the? Okay, I'm cheating. I didn't know that my random weakness was something I couldn't have. We'll draw a new one, I suppose. They moved everything around with this. Are these... We'll draw this instead. Put it into play in your threat area. At the end of your turn, take a direct horror. But it had already happened, so we're good. I think we actually can't win now because we had a drink. right? Because one action to get him, second action to enter the hall. Next turn, the doom ticks up and we lose. I think is how this plays out. I was so close to saving him, but of course I had to be drunk. Well, let's see if I would even pass the test. We'll commit to take heart to this. 3-3, I'm even. Doom is like -2, I think. I can spend 2 resources to treat it as a 0, which I will. I will treat that as a 0. So we've got the good doctor. We gain control of him. With our second action. Yeah, it doesn't. Well, instead of getting him, I think with 2 actions I could move and... No, move. I still need another to resign. Okay, so we got the guy and we will move into the darkened hallway. And we're gonna lose no matter what we do here. That sucks. So we move. And we gain a resource, we draw a card. We take a direct horror. And this thing advances. Because the stupid rats. I'm blaming those rats. Not that I'm bad at the game. After the strange abomination continues to rampage through the club. I killed it though. That's so stupid. You flee towards the exit, but you are caught in the collapsing rubble as the club is destroyed. So we are going to gain some victory though. Victory 1. 2, 3. That's going to be helpful after losing for no stinking reason. Okay. I think it was resolution 4, it said. You are pulled from the debris by several firefighters, one of whom exclaims, "We got a live one." A few of them patch you up and the cops ask you what happened. You're certain they wouldn't believe your story about a horrible monstrosity demolishing the building from within. Unsure of what to say, you give a vague statement about not remembering much. "We're bringing you to St. Mary's," one of the nurses says, pointing you to a nearby ambulance. Knowing how dire the situation is, you slip away while she's distracted by something else in the rubble. In your campaign log, record that the O'Banion gang has a bone to pick with the investigators. Of course they do. Everything I tried to avoid. In your campaign log, record that Dr. Morgan was kidnapped. I did not cheat. Each investigator suffers a physical trauma. Record that the investigators were unconscious for several hours. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory display. Each investigator earns 1 experience as he or she reflects on the night's thoughts. So 4 total XP and a trauma. One trauma. 4 XP. Is there anything else I need to record? Oh, the O'Banions hate me. That sucks. Okay. So we're going to stop the recording here, and I'll see you next time.